These are the tools that will guide you through life and help you succeed well beyond today. Students, all the students, in the front and the back, please stand. All the students, please stand. Also, students in the back, please stand. Now, all students, please give a big round of applause to your parents. To your parents. They are the ones who made it possible for you to be here, to follow your dreams. We also want to thank all the parents who have trusted us to be part of the journey. Please be seated. We, the champions. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabe. We're now moving on to our sports and academic awards. For the presentation of the sports awards, please welcome our sports directors, Andres Weiskopf, RJ Chabel, Piotr Marciniak, Pablo Toledo, and our performance coach, Adam Coronado.
Hi everybody, my name is Andres Weiskopf and I'm the director of the tennis department. First of all, welcome to everybody, all the presents here to the class 2025. Congratulations against the odds, you guys made it. So that's a good achievement. It was like I said, a tough year, but we are here, and right now it's time to celebrate. For us, is important that everybody gives their 100%, and these awards are the reflection of what everybody worked through the entire year. And we had a very tough decision deciding some of these awards, and some others were pretty easy to decide. We have 3 categories, and is MVP, Most Improved Player, and Coaches Award. The Coaches Award involves everything that a coach looks on a student athlete. We look for many different things, and is determination, effort, drive, willingness, and some other qualities that are extremely important to become a high-performance athlete, and that us coaches we look for. In tennis, we have 2 different groups. So we have Special Forces and Top Gun. I'll start with Special Forces Awards. If you are present, please stand. The MVP nominees, I'll start with the Most Improved Players. The Most Improved Players nominees, Marcio Maya Lacerda. Please stand up, Marcio. Second nominee, Alejandra Garcia. Third nominee, Olivier Conu. The Most Improved Player for 2025, Olivier Conu. MVP nominees: Juan Bolivar, that he's outside like playing tournaments; London Evans, also at USTA tennis camp; and Gerald Carr. He had to leave also. The MVP winner for that group is Gerald Carr. Coaches Award for that group, we took in consideration, as I said, many things, so we decided that we are just going to name the coaches player that we choose, and the winner for that category is London Evans. Again, London is outside of USTA tennis camp, that is the national federation. For the second group, Top Gun. Most Improved Player nominees: Katie Mann, Nicolas Ponce, and Ethan Davis. The Most Improved Player for Top Gun Group 2025 is Ethan Davis. MVP nominees for Top Gun: Keanu Agbulos, Kaylee Mann, and Pedro Martins. The MVP award for 2025 Top Gun is Pedro Martins. This award was very easy to give. The next athlete was everything that a coach expects as a person, as a player, with his fellow tennis players and everything. It was unanimous among the coaches. The Coaches Award for 2025 is Pedro Rosales. There was one player that we wanted to give a coach's honorable mention because in many of the different categories he became part and he had many of the coaches' votes. And the coach's honorable mention for 2025 is Keanu. That's all for today. Thank you very much.
Good morning, morning. Thanks Shebel. I'm the director of golf. First off, congratulations to the entire class of 25. Just wanted to thank all the golfers and all the golf staff for all their incredible hard work throughout the years, from August till now. First for us, we're going to kind of start with the most valuable player. So nominees, please stand. First, Victor Kavasnichka. Next, Cooper Joyce. And finally, Linus Altenberg. And the winner of the 2020-25 Most Valuable Player, Cooper Joyce. Next, we're moving on to the most improved. So the first nominee, Wojta Zameska. Next, Abru Widor, Omar Rubaye. Lastly, Diego Rode. The winner of the 2025 Most Improved, Wojta Zameska. And finally, moving on to the Coaches Award, this is the player that kind of amplifies the entire academy, that follows directions, listens well, complains to a minimum, but overall really follows the instructions. They excel in the classroom, and they also excel on the golf course. So the first nominee for the 2025 Coaches Award, Rehan Wajaya. Next, Saktindra Pushpanathan. And finally, Avery Wheeler, Omar Rubaye. The winner of the 2025 RPS Coaches Award goes to Avery Wheeler. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Piotr Maciek. I'm the director of volleyball. And I have the pleasure of sending a couple words to everybody, but I know we don't really have a lot of time, but I'd like to, for sure, congratulate all the students, those that graduated and those that are still in school, and also mainly thank to my team, Kaya, Sarah, and Kobe, as well as the strength and conditioning department, including Nigel. Alrighty, no worries. You guys have heard already the full description, so I'm going to skip that part. I'm going to start with the Coaches Award, and I'll name 3 nominees, so please stand when you guys hear me, okay? Aaron Romero. Suraya Khan. Shady Beck. And the winner of 2025 Coaches Award goes to Soraya King. Moving on, the most improved nominees: Maria Coelho, Lily Russell, and Marin Catriel. The most improved player 2025 goes to Lily Russell. MVP nominees: Ava Brooks, Luna Fejares, and Alison Bookman. MVP 2025 winner for this category goes to Luna Fejares. I think she's not here, but she's watching us, so please give her a big round of applause. And before I finish, I would also like to, we don't have this award, but I would like to thank our two captains that were helping running the show. They were our right hands. Haven was Ava Brooks.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Pablo Toledo. I'm the director of soccer. Obviously, I wanted to start by congratulating you guys. Well done. You made it to the end. Secondly, and trying to be as brief as possible, I want to say thank you to my team. For me, I say this all the time. I just feel honored every day because I get to lead a group of extraordinary professionals like Luke and Cielo, Coach Kingston, Alex, Stefan, Jesus. Every day it's truly humbling to see that you guys allow me to lead this team and support me. So thank you very much to you first. Secondly, again, congratulations to you guys. And I said this a lot of times during the year, we're actually big fans of you. The main reason why we push you so hard is because we believe in you. And we don't really believe in you by accident. We believe in you because of the level of discipline and passion that you show every day. And those two, when they're combined, they can create amazing results. So we're big fans of you, and we're really, really hoping and looking forward to see what you're going to do next. So congratulations to you guys as well. All of that said, I'm going to give awards. Following the same fashion as my colleagues, we're going to organize them by gold team, silver team, and junior group. There are the training groups that we utilize on a daily basis. And we're going to start with one. It's a big one, actually, with the gold team for most valuable player. We're going to go straight to the point. The nominees for that are, if you guys can stand up, first of all, Lucas Ramos. Secondly, Ricardo Felix. And the third nominee is the captain, is Giovanni Aranda. And the winner for MVP this season is going to be Lucas Ramos. All right, our second category is going to be most improved player. I have to say this is one of my favorite categories actually, and the nominees are Josué Rivera, Flavio D'Angelo, and Franco Costantini. And the winner is Josué Rivera. In the last category for this group, the Coaches Award, the nominees are Ricardo Felix once more, Flavio D'Angelo, and Andrés Tamayo. And the winner is Ricardo Felix. We're going to move into the second group. This is our silver team. And again, we're going to go straight to the most valuable player. In this case, the nominees are Murilo Sasso, Brandon Bakenbauer, and Joseph Vieira. And the winner is Murilo Sasso. Murilo is not here, so this one, we'll move to the next one. The most improved player now. First nominee is Akinori Kunihara. The second nominee is Joshua Vieira. And the third one is Juan Alucha. And the winner is Juan Alucha. category, we're going to give the coaches award. In this case, the three nominees are Murilo Sasso, Joshua Freire, and Clinton Kingston. And the winner is Joshua Freire. All right, lastly, we're going to move to our junior group. That is a younger group of training. And here, the most valuable player, the nominees are Jonathan Arlene, Lawrence von Latour, and Vincent Palmer. And the winner is Jonathan Arlene. Second category, most improved player. The nominees are Sergio Centeno, Anthony Palma, and Luis Bonaparte. And the winner is Sergio Centeno. All right, last award for soccer is for the Coaches Award in the junior group, and the nominees are Sergio Centeno again, Lawrence von Latour, and Luis von Latour. And the winner is Lawrence von Latour. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adam Coronado, and I am the director of High Performance. So I'm going to be calling, I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to be calling 10 athletes as I call your name, please come to the front. I'm going to start with tennis, and the most valuable performance is for Gerald Carroll. Please come to the front. It looks like he's not here. So, next one is going to be most improved performance, and that goes to Ethan Davis from tennis. So next one is the most improved in performance. He's from golf. His name is Diego Roden. performance. He's from tennis. He puts the hard work. His name is Pedro Rosano. Okay, now from soccer, Coaches Award in performance goes to Jonathan McFarland. Okay, we have 5 more. So we're going to reset. I'm going to go with the most valuable in performance, and that's in tennis, London Evans. Okay, next one, most improved performance. She's from volleyball. Her name is Soraya Khan. Okay, from tennis, most improved in performance, Katie Mann. Okay, Coaches Award in performance. She's one of the strongest ladies here. From volleyball, it goes to Lindy Russell. Okay, last one from tennis. Okay, Coaches Award performance goes to Greta Barlund. Before I finish, I'd like to congratulate my team for the hard work. Rodney, Nigel, Ivan is not here today, but he puts the hard work all the time. Nigel, thanks for everything you do in taking care of our kids, making sure they're all, in the best shape. Thank you, everyone.
Round of applause for the coaches. Yes, please. For the presentation of the academic Messenger, Jeff Lanier, Ashley Hodges, and Gladys Velez.
Good morning. I would like to present the first middle school award for academic excellence, and that award will go to Julia Chesney. And this award is for most improved in excellence, Edith Barland.
All right, good morning. My name is Ashley Hodges. I am the high school English teacher for the Academy, and I will be presenting the Academic Excellence Award to Jonathan McFarland. Our next award goes to Most Improved in English, Joel Marcel.
Hey, I'm Ted Messenger. I'm physics and chemistry, and on behalf of the science department, I would like to announce our Academic Excellence Award, and that's going to be Greta Berland. And for our most improved, we have JP Cueva.
I'm Jeff Lear. On behalf of myself and Mr. Mayor, I'm here to present the award for the Social Studies Students of our campus. The award for academic excellence in social studies is Carissa Regis. The award for most improved student, the Patrick in Social Studies goes to Flavio D'Angelo.
I'm a teacher. I'm going to present the award for academic excellence for Voltaire Center. The word department, another one for the most improvement is Matias Toll.
And again, thank you to all of our teachers. As a matter of fact, if we could give a big round of applause to all of our staff and have them stand up and recognize them. Thank you. And this year, our staff have suffered the loss of one of our most beloved teachers. And this gentleman, I've been here for 9 years. He was there that entire time, and he was there before me. And in honor of his passing, we have decided to begin an inaugural John Roofford Award. I would like to call his dear friend and mentee, Joel Cordiello, who will be presenting the award. Thank you.
This year, we experienced a sudden and tremendous loss. Mr. John Roofford, one of our beloved math teachers, passed away unexpectedly just a few weeks into the fall semester. For those that didn't know him, Mr. Roofford was a dedicated teacher, a selfless mentor, and a beloved colleague. He was someone who gave his time freely, believed deeply in his students, and always showed up for those willing to put in the effort. He was also deeply passionate about math. He had a gift for seeing the beauty in the subject and offering a thoughtful perspective on each topic he taught. His presence in our school was quiet but powerful, and his absence has been deeply felt by both staff and students. I am truly honored to present this award in his memory today, and I'm so grateful that his wife Cindy can be here today to share this moment in his honor. This year's recipient shared a special connection with Mr. Roofford. He was not only a student Mr. Roofford enjoyed working with, but also someone who reflects the very values this award stands for. He approaches challenges with persistence. He treats others with kindness and makes the community around him stronger simply by being part of it. Qualities that mirror the very spirit that Mr. Roofford brought to his classroom every day, with heart, humility, and a willingness to grow. We would like to present the John Roofford Award to Gladson dos Santos.
And now we will be presenting our keynote speaker. To introduce him, we have a short video for introduction.
Strike up the band, let the slam dunks drop and the high fives fly. Well, almost. Former NBA great Billy Cunningham, theatrical producer Zeb Buckman, and singer Julio Iglesias don't have their NBA expansion team just yet. But with this groundbreaking, they can't go to Arizona in October and tell the NBA they've already got a new home court. It should be ready for the 1987 NBA season. Miami Sports Authority Director Rick Barrow dug deep into his bag of memorabilia of past sports efforts that failed because of the lack of support. The Floridians basketball team, Strikers soccer, and others.
All the green and misery and past stories in this bag will be set to rest forever.
Yeah, so you tell us when you can prove a first-class arena is going to be done, and you're in a much better position than most of the people who are applying for a franchise.
Will new additions to the sports skyline be successful? That is the multi-million-dollar question.
I think the building of tennis facilities, the arena, the Dolphin Stadium,
makes this town understand what its potential really will be, and therefore distinguish all of the rhetoric from reality.
Rick Harlow, internationally known sport business and sport law expert who has been the architect of more than 100 deals worth more than $20 billion. From stadiums to league expansion to multi-million-dollar deals, Rick has been at the heart of sport business, and his insights open doors to the how-to of business success.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Harlow.
Sorry about that. You know, back there, when you saw that, I probably could have caught this piece of paper before it hit the ground. I'm a little bit older today. That's the same guy, by the way. I want you to know. And I was watching everybody kind of look and say, is that really the same guy? But that was the mid-1980s. And even before then, this is the first ever Miami Dolphin ticket in 1966. Back when the Miami Dolphins read the memo that said 3 years from now we're going to have a undefeated team that no one else is going to beat, and we're going to win the Super Bowl every 2 or 3 years. Well, I grew up in Miami and came back largely because of that promise. But somebody forgot to read the Dolphins that memo. They've been kind of mediocre ever since, but we all understand, because more important than anything else, we all know sports is a cultural, intellectual, academic catalyst for people to do great things. And for me, the Dolphins were really important. But, you know, digressing, 50 years ago, there was no such thing as sports business, sports law. Tickets like that, $5. That's the average NFL ticket price. $29,000 was the average Major League Baseball salary. I tell my friends in the business who were 50 years too early, and some were born 50 years too late. But the bottom line is $29,000, and the average franchise value at that point was about $75 million. Today, Celtics go for over $8 billion. We all understand how important that is. But for me, I was a neophyte growing up in South Florida, and I appreciate this. To me, this is one of the most important things that I've ever done. I'll end by that in a few minutes. To be part of this esteemed group of the folks here in front, Bipu, others, really important to help guide all of you in this world as you start out your dream. My dream started in Miami, went to law school, wanted to practice law in some context, but it had to be sports. Problem was, in the 70s, sports was defined by agents as the Wild West. If you wanted to do a sports business, you find some athlete who called you an agent, and that's the way it was. Nobody understood how to get in, nobody understood what it was. So for me, I figured, why didn't I start by trying to create the business ground up? What I said was, let's see if I can start with a third-year paper that Harvard Law School had to write. Everybody understood that you could pick an area of law. So I went to a criminal law professor and I said, how about the line between excessive force and excessive violence? Hockey fighting, late hits in football, elbows in basketball, there are a lot of those things. And where is the law? The guy said, well, criminal law professor, then became dean, said, a couple of things. First of all, love the topic. Second of all, there is no such thing as sports law and sports business. And third, if there is, we don't teach it here. Well, kind of all I needed to hear, but I was happily enrolled, and I know I needed to finish law school for branding purposes. So I said, I have a deal for you. I'm going to make a bet with you. I'm going to play squash. I grew up in Miami. I think it's a vegetable. No one ever played it in my world. And if you win, I'll go back to being a normal student in corporate tax and whatever you have to do to succeed. And if I win, you write me a hall pass for
those of you who know Boston, Fenway Park, then Schaefer Stadium, and all of those Boston venues, so I could do surveys that turn into a book, that then turn into a federal bill. Side story, but give me 4 or 5 months. Give me 5 months. So the side story was I found a squash player who looked like he could give me some advice. And one of the halls, Harvard Law School practicing, they have squash courts downstairs. And he became a fast friend. Side benefit to this, turned out, John Roberts, Chief Justice, U.S. Supreme Court, our roommate for 3 years there. He's also a great squash coach, great friend, beat the professor in squash, started the career by starting the paper, starting the book. The guy was 83 years old, but that doesn't really matter for history. At the end of the day, sports law, sports business has grown by leaps and bounds. Not just me, but it came to be a $1.3 trillion business. It's highly visible, it's global, it's more diverse, it's controversial, it's highly scrutinized. You all are entering what is effectively the workforce. Very, very, very qualified. Probably more qualified than most. You're very competitive, you're very successful, you're very driven, you're very intelligent, you're very schedule-oriented, and those are things that many people aspire to, and in many ways you already got it. It's a gift, but now you got to get to the next step, and I'll finish with those remarks. But as for the business, when I came back after law school and attempted to put together the stuff in Miami and did, and everybody else takes credit for those 3 NBA championships at the Heat, but we all know better. On April 21, 1987, that arena opened. And then the business continued to thrive and survive. And we were all moving in the right direction. I remember where I was on March 11, 2020. Do any of you remember that day or where you were on March 2020? I mean, I know when you're 15, 16, 17, time stands still 5 years ago. But that was a special day. I remember I was at the Oklahoma City and the Jazz were beginning to play the Thunder. And Rudy Gobert, who's still in the NBA, tested positive for COVID. And if you remember, that game was canceled. The NBA season was canceled. The PGA Tour after round 1 then was canceled. And effectively, the world was canceled. And 2 or 3 weeks later, the business reports say about $12.3 billion of sports business wiped out, basically overnight. 1.3 million sports jobs gone by the end of that month. And so what happened? We all got creative. Creativity born out of necessity. We understood that the future was needing collaboration born out of natural selection, and cooperation born out of urgency. The great comeback, the roaring 20s. Well, you all don't remember, many people probably don't, but when the Spanish flu hit the U.S., in 1917 and beyond, sports was very important as part of a post-pandemic comeback, and the Roaring 20s then took on another significance. Yankee Stadium built with public money in the 1920s. The Work Product Administration in the U.S. built the Orange Bowl and other facilities. Everybody talking about coming back and using sports to do it on the radio, no TV, but on the radio. And so our new 2020s is a comeback even more than before. So when you think about life in the Valley, you got to focus on life in the Peak. The Cowboys now probably $9 or $10 billion. Any Cowboy fans in here? Yeah, that's look, that's the way it ought to be, right? Because obviously you're applauding based on net worth, not performance, I would think. So, yeah, $9 billion. NIL, which you guys, it's critical for you all. That's, years ago, nobody was thinking NIL. Now we're thinking NIL. It's about a $2.5 billion industry today. And now every corporation in the world is focusing on how to use students and athletes. Used to be ambassadors, now they're paid, and it's a little bit different. But it's now a $2.5 billion industry. The television industry, if you were to tell me that the NFL would sign a contract for a 10-year contract, what's the number? $110 billion divided by the 32 teams. So imagine going to your mailbox and getting a check every month for $37.5 million. Now, we got to pay players, and 2/3 of those dollars go to players. But the point is, we were on a cynically driven deathbed as far as COVID and sports. And the world changed, and the roaring 20s changed. Now, that means a lot for all of you, not just for everybody in this group. It means a lot for them, it means a lot for me, it means a lot for everybody sitting here. What do the next 50 years mean? Well, we've got a number of trends. First of all, the whole idea of AI, esports, there's people in the audience who have taken 18 steps ahead of where we are today and are projecting what esports and AI is 15, 30, 40 years from now. And so when you say that the esports industry is $250 billion by this year, I got to revise that number, because when you look at esports, for example, every high school federation in the country that has looked at this analysis has included the traditional sports that you all are in or focused on. Also have had esports, and it's had the sports debate as part of that world. So the idea is to get out ahead of that trend, because people are just talking about it now. If you talk about it now with excuses, you're not out ahead and taking advantage of it. The other piece of this is where is the industry going as far as currency, payments, compensation? Crypto was in a valley, now it's a peak. Now we're hearing that crypto financiers are kidnapping other crypto financiers and trying to get their bank accounts. There is a better use for all of that, and we're understanding the piece. Now, there are a number of athletes, by the way, in the professional world that are getting their salaries paid for in crypto. Great investment for some, not a great investment for others, but it's the real world. So people have to be aware of that. Number 3, let's call it Web 3.0. I'm an old school guy, and I use television cameras that are that big. I also see communications that are not the rotary phone. Anybody know what a rotary phone is? Have you seen a rotary phone? Yes, right. Well, have your grandparents explain what a rotary phone is. Okay, that's fine. We've evolved from that, and so life is now based on an Apple device or a Samsung device, and I'm just touching the surface, because when you're thinking the next 50 years, the sky is the limit, and we all understand that. Number 3. Number 4, venues. It's a different story for fans today, and all of you ought to understand it, whether it's the tennis centers we were talking about building in South Florida years ago, and now the one in Orlando, the one that's out in Palm Springs. We now have amazing tennis facilities that fit every single sport. And all of you who are focused on all of the different sports that are, yes, so amazingly covered, are now going to understand that the merger between the fans who watch, the players who play, and the teams that own, it's all coming together. And the maximization is a fan experience. When you're a person who pays money at whatever level to watch some of you guys in the future, you're going to go to venues that are entirely different. A baseball stadium 15, 20 years from now, maybe 10,000 seats, maybe a row of suites, maybe virtual reality, maybe an AI studio. But I can guarantee you one thing, it's not going to be what it is today. So that's really important as number 4. And number 5, which is more important than anything else, I think, is globalization. Meaning, as you all get into the world and go to college and focus on killing it on the court, field, etc., in the classroom, you're going to be interacting with people from all over the world. And by the way, I shouldn't be preaching to the choir because you all are from all over the world. Anyway, I mean, this is a wonderful setting that guarantees success in the world because you're out ahead of the globalization. And I will say it this way, I'll just leave it at this. No matter what the current political climate is, globalization will transcend and will survive. And you all are a cutting edge to making sure that happens. So the next 50 years, we celebrate the past as we look toward the future. 50 years ago to date, George Steinbrenner, do we know who he is? Do we know what the family is? Any Yankee fans? No, come on. Really? All right, so we got 3, we got 2.5, we got 2.5 Yankee fans here. Well, all right, 2 or 3 quarters. So here's the thing about George, about the family, the Steinbrenner family. George is no longer with us, and Hal, his folks are. Whatever the franchise is worth, depending on who you talk to, 10 billion, 9 billion, 11 billion. 10 years ago, 50 years ago, George bought the franchise, the Toppy family, etc., for $10 million. I don't know what the zeros are in terms of the return on investment. That's pretty big. 10 years ago this year, Hank Aaron, the superstar for a lot of reasons on and off the field, hit a 750 home run. 10 plus years ago, Title IX, which gives everybody, in theory, an equal footing to succeed. And 10 years ago was 50 years ago, was the Munich massacre with the famous line, "They're all gone," where it was one of the first examples of sports terrorism, which unfortunately is not over. But my point is, every 50-year anniversary is mindful of the fact that the sports business is moving forward where never before. And so, in conclusion, there are 5 quick things that I would advocate and really intensely recommend for a graduating class. How do you climb to the class given all of the challenges that have been before you and are ahead? So, number 1, as you move forward in your life, you've got to temper your competitiveness with your ability to look out for your fellow man. And I don't mean it in a Pollyannish sense. I mean, create win-win situations for all involved. Not just call the in-ball in and the out-ball out on the tennis court, but also mean that if you're in a negotiation, whether it's what are you having for dinner, or when you're going to see your kids or grandkids or grandparents or parents, you've got to make sure that you are providing an opportunity for everybody to win, to be magnanimous, to have an humble heart, and to move forward in every way possible. Number 2, resilience. When I was doing the arena in Miami, it's hard for me to remember it, but I was fired about 50 times by various political people who thought they knew more than me. South Florida was a tough town to bring sports into because everybody's from somewhere else. We only had the Dolphins. And that first franchise, although people look back now, that Heat franchise, man, it was hard to get. And then the Panthers came, and then the Marlins came. But you've got to learn how to respond when you're knocked down. When you lose a tennis set, whether you get the occasional B or C, although I know we're all straight A students here. But the key is not wallowing. the key is to focus on the valleys more than the peaks. And to me, that's very important. Number 3, you've got to be able to sell in your life. That doesn't mean you've got to be able to sell insurance, but you've got to be able to persuade. Oral skills, sports debate, communication, really, really important. And if I were to say anything to any of you, I'd say be fluent in as many languages as you can. I am a hypocrite, because for me it's one, and it's affected me in business. I wish I had a magic wand where I could speak 5 languages. But you all have the ability to take the next step, look at a person, size them up, and basically say, how do I get my point across in a way that makes people understand? That's number 3. Number 4, imagine the end result. Meaning you all need to continue to be goal-oriented. When I grew up in South Florida, I was looking at downtown Miami, and I saw this empty space where an arena ought to be, and therefore we would have sports. Now, pretty presumptuous, because I was 18. I said, all right, let me go to Northwestern undergrad, let me go to law school, let me come back, and let's get this done. That's a hard thing to accomplish, because you're 18, you don't think you have the leverage to do it. You all have leverage to do it because you can think big and you got an amazing supporting cast. My final comment is, and you already have it, passion. That to me is the most important element of all of this. But passion also means combining intellect, perspective, humanity, humility, being goal-directed, and seeking the outcome you can. And I will end with this. There is no better training than what you have now. So when you look back at your life, and I know it's hard to do because you haven't officially graduated yet, you can still do something that's really bad and cause you not to graduate in 20 minutes, but that ain't happening. As you graduate and throw your hats up in the air, you remember that this is a time where these folks and these folks and the support of these folks prepared you to succeed like no other opportunity I've ever seen. And I've seen it all because I started when nobody thought we could get stuff done like the Miami Arena and otherwise. But it takes a combination of all 5 of these. But it takes people who are standing by you and are willing to prepare you for your next step in life. And I guarantee you couldn't possibly be in a better position than you are now. And I humbly thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. Good luck, everybody.
Now introducing, speaking on behalf of the entire class of 2025, the senior class president, Benjamin Cook.
I'll be honest, I didn't exactly volunteer for the speech today. So special shout out to ChatGPT. This year has truly been We've been through it all, in school buildings, constantly worrying about where we're going to college, planning a senior prank in just a few hours, and the most important part of it all was the nonstop lectures and schoolwork from Mr. Lanier. But in the end, I wouldn't change a thing. Every moment brought us closer and made this year one of a kind. First, I want to thank God for guiding us here today. Without Him, none of this would be possible. To Ms. Reese and Ms. Beckham, thank you for jumping in and working this year. We're lucky to have you. To all the teachers and coaches, thank you for supporting us. And let's be honest, putting up with us. You guys have been with us through it all. Finally, to every other student here today, cherish all those good times with your friends and family. You'll remember them forever. Thank you.
Now for our salutatorian speeches. We have co-salutatorians. Please welcome up Cooper Joyce, who will be attending Wagner College in New York, and Ansel Tanu, who will be attending the University of Florida.
Good morning, everyone. I am honored to be speaking here today. First and foremost, congratulations to the class of 2025 on all of your accomplishments. This could never have been possible without the help of many special people. Our teachers and coaches for pushing us to grow, not only as competitors, but as people. To student services, as much as they may not like some rules, you filled the role of our parents, taking us on trips, and always being there for us when we were in need. To our parents for believing in us and sacrificing to give us this opportunity. Today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. It's a day to celebrate everything we've worked for, everything we've overcome, and everything we're becoming. We didn't just go to school. We trained, competed, studied, traveled, and learned how to live away from home. We balanced practices with assignments. We learned to push through pain, stay disciplined, and support each other as teammates and a family. The last 2 years have played a massive role in shaping who we are today. We've learned some of our biggest lessons from losses that stung and comebacks that didn't seem possible. We have learned to be leaders, to commit, and to persevere. When I moved here 2.5 years ago, I entered the unknown. Leaving behind the comfort of home, familiar faces, and routines I had grown used to. I didn't think I would I didn't know if I would fit in or if this would ever feel like home, but from the very beginning, I felt part of the family. Unfamiliar faces quickly became friends, and roommates became like siblings. This place stopped feeling like somewhere I just went to school and started feeling like a second home. I have spent most of my time here focused on golf and school. I got into a routine that worked, all to achieve my goal of playing the sport I loved in college. After talking to a close friend and reflecting on the past couple of years, I realized that all that time put into golf was at a cost. I often overlooked the relationships in my life, my friends, teammates, and even family. I have learned this lesson the hard way, so I want all of you to take a moment and reflect. What is your end-all, be-all? Maybe that's sports, academics, a scholarship, or fame. We are about to start a new chapter in our lives, and the truth is, the stakes are only going to get higher. Instead of sports, it's money you pursue at the sacrifice of relationships with family. Instead, it's trying to be famous at the expense of time with friends. I'm not saying ambition is bad. It's not. Dreams and goals do matter. But don't sacrifice the people you care about in the process. Because as time fades, when the trophies collect dust, and when the influence quiets down, the people we love matter most. We won't look back and have to see our GPA one more time, or see our diploma one more time, but wish we had one more day, one more conversation, and one more hug with the people who were there for us. The reason I share this is not to be negative, but because a lesson learned should be a lesson shared. And this one is simple. Chase your dreams, but not at the cost of relationships that give life meaning. Because in the end, it's not about achievements, it's about love, connection, and the people we choose to walk through life with. Congratulations, class of 2025, we did it. As we walk off this stage and into whatever comes next, let's chase our dreams with passion,
but always remember where we come from. Thank you. Good morning. I'm very grateful to be here on this special day. It is an honor to speak on behalf of the class of 2025. First and foremost, I want to thank my parents, Isabel and Antoine, for all the sacrifices they have made for me and my brother to be part of our TS inheritance. Without their support, we wouldn't be here today. I want to express my deep appreciation for our dedicated teachers, coaches, and staff members who work tirelessly to make our dreams possible. I would also like to thank Deepu and Sunny Tala for their passion and dedication to keeping the academy open and for having the vision to make this academy the best in Florida. On behalf of the class of 2025, we thank all of you. An interesting quote I will never forget is to always be nice and work hard. Although I recently heard this quote, I've noticed that I've been applying it for a very long time. Being nice has helped me a lot throughout the years. It has helped me build strong relationships with others and strong networks, and has helped me gain trust and respect from my peers. If there's any advice I could give to students who are still in high school or even middle school, it would be to be as nice as you can to your teachers and to your friends. It really pays off in the end. Working hard has also benefited me a lot throughout my life. Whether through sports or academics, working hard has made me a stronger person both physically and mentally. Although being nice and working hard is a good quote, I want to add more. An important lesson many of us have learned is to never set limits. Bruce Lee once said, if you always put limits on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work and into your life. There are no limits. There are only plateaus. And you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. In addition to never setting limits, you should also never give up. When things get hard and you go into a dark place, you might feel buried. It is in this place where most people give up. We give up when we feel like we are buried, when really we've been planted. We've been planted so that we can grow and leave this dark place to go on and become something great. So no matter how hard things get, always continue your journey. To everyone here, parents, students, teachers, and coaches, please remember that kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Remember that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And always remember to be kind, work hard, never set limits, and most importantly, never give up. Thank you.
Now to introduce our valedictorian, I'd like to start with a little bit of a personal note for Rayhan. He was one of my students in night school for several years, and I still remember the first time he walked in, I'm like, who is this new kid? He's really young. And he looked like he was a lot younger than what he was, so I really do appreciate seeing him turn into such a fine young man who's going to go off and do great things at Northeastern University in Boston. Please welcome our valedictorian, Rayhan Vijay.
Good morning, parents, faculty, coaches, staff members, and fellow graduates. And to our esteemed guests, thank you for being here. Now, I spent weeks thinking about writing this speech. As a proper student, I finally wrote it last night. So we're all experiencing the final product back together. Wish me luck. Before I go any further, I want to take a moment to thank the people who made this journey unforgettable. To all my friends, thank you for the support, the banter, the shared stress. You made this place more than a school. You made it feel like home, even when it was far from it. To my coaches and teachers, thank you for pushing me to be better, even when I didn't believe it. To student services, thank you for the work you did behind the scenes to make life smoother for all of us. We noticed. To all the staff, from security to the cooks to maintenance and more, we thank you for keeping this place running. And most importantly, to my parents, thank you for your love, support, and constant belief in me, even from thousands of miles away. And to my mother, wherever you are, there she is, my mom. You stayed steady when I wasn't. You reminded me of who I was when I forgot. You made sacrifices I'll never be able to repay. This moment, this milestone, is as much yours as it is mine. I want everyone here to do something real quick. Turn to the person sitting next to you. Tell them thank you, because none of us got here alone. Class of 2020-25, we did it. We made it through a high school experience unlike any other. But let's not pretend it was easy. We didn't just grow up with textbooks, we grew up on courts, fields, and fairways. We trained while other students slept. We competed while carrying pressure that couldn't be measured. We learned to push through injuries, losses, and doubts. We learned what it means to wake up sore and still showed up. And most of all, we learned how to keep going. Whether you were a soccer player grinding through rolled ankles, a tennis player competing with wrists stayed tight, or a volleyball player diving for the ball when your legs beg you not to, we all committed to something bigger than ourselves. We gave more than we thought we had, and still asked ourselves for more. For me, that commitment was golf. 6 days a week for the past 4 years. And golf is a quiet game. It doesn't shout, it doesn't rush, it doesn't make highlight reels on TikTok, but it teaches you things that stay with you, like how to stay composed when everything is falling apart, how to focus when no one's watching, how to reset after a bad shot or a bad round, and keep moving forward with purpose. And really, that's what life is, a series of choices. So to all the students here today, I want you to leave with this. Every one of us has the power to make choices that shape our future and the community we're a part of. Earlier this year, I came across a poem that put a lot of things into perspective, so I'll let it speak for itself. Hate has 4 letters, but so does love. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Failure has 7 letters, but so does success. Cry has 3 letters, but so does joy. And negativity has 10 letters, but so does positivity. You always have a choice, so choose the better side. Every day, we decide who we want to be, not just in big moments, but in the small ones too. So choose growth over comfort, choose truth over convenience, choose kindness over hate, choose to show up even when no one's clapping. And to my fellow graduates, this is our moment. Some of us will go pro, some of us will go to college, some of us will take paths we haven't even imagined yet, but all of us, we carry something from this place, whether we meant to or not. The future isn't just something to chase, it's something to build. Let's be the generation that chooses love, truth, and action, and that leaves the world better than we found it. We've proven we can rise to challenges together. Now let's do it out there. Class of 2025, let's make history. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rayhan, for that excellent speech. We now have an exciting video created by Kelvin Moxley. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce my friend and our principal, somebody who, when I found out she would be taking over the school, I was really excited about that because, change can be scary, and I was worried about what the future might look like here. And then when I heard it was going to be Ms. Reese, it was like, oh, everything's going to be fine. Stacy can fix whatever problems we have and the new ones that came unexpectedly. And we're so grateful to have her in our lives. Please, a big round of applause for Stacy Reese.
attendance tonight. It's amazing to see how many people showed up for our graduates and all of our students. I'm so proud of them, class of 2025. I'd like to start by giving out my principal's award, and then we'll hit the principal's address. First, principal's award. For the 9th grade principal's award, the award goes to Anthony Palma. Principal's Award, German Bias. The 11th grade Principal's Award goes to Clinton Kingston. Last but not least, our 12th grade Principal's Award. This was tough. They were all tough. It's very hard to pick just one out of all of these amazing students. Andres Tamayo. It is afternoon right now, right? Good afternoon, families, faculty, friends, and most importantly, our graduating class of 2025. What an incredible journey this has been. Standing here today, looking at each of you, I'm filled with pride, gratitude, and excitement, not only for what you've accomplished, but who you've become along the way. This year has been unlike any other. We've experienced change, uncertainty, and challenge, but also growth, triumph, and joy. From shifting from an online module into an in-person classes, starting out here at the Civic Center classrooms, and then returning to the resort property only to pivot once again to Zoom. To finally receiving those long-awaited temporary permits, every step of the way you showed what true resilience looks like. None of it was easy, and yet every time the ground moved beneath us, you found a way to stay grounded in your goals. You stayed focused, you kept training, you kept learning, and you kept showing up for each other. Whether you're heading to college or stepping into the world of professional sports, the strength you built here will carry you far. Our school community is small but mighty. You've proven the success doesn't come from perfect path, it comes from commitment, flexibility, and grit. And thanks to the relentless efforts of our school's owners and leadership, we were able to bring you back to the place that feels like home. As we await the construction of our brand new school building, we can look back and say, with confidence, we did everything we could to make your senior year a memorable one. From grad bash prom, those moments of joy were hard-earned. You deserved every bit of it. And now as you prepare to take on new challenges and opportunities, I have no doubt that you'll continue to lead with the same passion and purpose you've shown here. You are scholars, you are athletes, you are leaders, and most of all, and most important, you are ready. Class of 2025, your story is just beginning. The world needs your energy and discipline and your voice. Wherever you go from here, carry the lessons of this year with you. Keep rising, keep pushing, keep believing in your ability to adapt, to overcome, and to succeed. Congratulations, graduates. We are all so proud of you.
And now, what we've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. Rehan Wijaya. Cooper Joyce. Anzel Tunu. Giovanni Aranda. Santiago Arcibal Torres. Luca Gergia Azi. Joshua Figuerea Asai. Caetano Miguel Pinardi. Alexandra Garcia Gasca. Celia Rosani. Isaiah Hernandez. Alex Yelenik. Ailu Kawai. Victor Kavasnichka. Jean-Paul Lecap. Matteo Lanzilli. Jordan Leichenbauer. Patricio Lugo Campos. Juan Mayon. Ryan Medina. David Marie Misha. practicing this one for a while. Pearl Everly Rogane Omaraye. Shaylee Rain Pack. Andres Tamayo. Pedro Heredia Rosari. And our class president, Benjamin Coe. And for our closing remarks, I would like to call up our Chief Health Officer, Mr. Deepu Tama. How's everyone doing? Happy night right now, huh? You know, I know there's a lot of talent in this room because I've been watching your kids for almost 3 years now. But I discovered a new talent that I didn't know you guys had today. I guess you guys win so much that when you came for all those coaches awards, you were doing the Oscar walk. Carissa Regis, she had a boot on. She walked faster than some of you. Next time onwards, let's move it up a little faster, but don't fall down. First of all, I'd like to thank all the employees and staff of RPS Academy. You guys, you picked such a noble profession in creating the world's future leaders. So thank you very much for all the work you do. Secondly, all of the parents and families of the kids that are here, whether class of 2025 or other classes. The sacrifices you do to enable to help your kids train and become future leaders is second to that. So really appreciate all the parents and families as well. Okay, and now to all the kids, both kids that are graduating class of 2025 and also the other kids that are here. I want to leave you with 3 things. I'm going to use sports quotes if you will. Okay? First one is, it's not how you start the game, it's how you finish the game. Have you guys heard of that? Well, there's actually a small nuance in there. What you probably didn't know is the game of life never ends. Life's a journey.
Make sure you're always having fun and doing good work. Today, your graduation is a step. It's not the ultimate destination, right? It's just a stop along the way. It's a great stop, but we have much more to do, and I'm sure you'll accomplish great things in the future. Gabe was mentioning you finish your first line and you're going to the second line. I said, no way. You're in the first inning. You're in the first inning, maybe even the top half. I know we don't have baseball here, but I can go on any sport all day long. You have a long journey ahead. So make sure that you're doing your best. Along the way, have fun. So that's the first one. The second one is actually a sports commercial that I saw, I think probably 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. And it's actually indicative of what you do. It is, I think it was a Gatorade commercial, and Dwayne Wade was it. It basically says, fall down 10 times, get back 11. I'm sure you've fallen down 50 times. Doesn't matter how many times you fall, you're always going to get back up. That's life, that's resiliency. You demonstrated that here already in the academy. The amount of work that you put in between sport and academics and everything is already prepared you to succeed in life. So always keep getting back up. And I think, Stacey, you're right. Everything that we went through in the last 1 year here, kids went through, the staff went through, nothing can stop us. Nothing did stop us, nothing will stop us. Come what may, we will try. So fall down a million times, doesn't matter, you're going to get back up plus one. Okay, and the last one I'll leave you with is grip it and rip it. Has anybody heard of that? You know who it's actually attributed to? Golfer should know. John Daly, there you go. The idea of grip it and rip it is basically don't think about it. Just come on in. It's a golf club. Grip it, just rip it, right? The same thing actually applies to life. And the reason it applies to life, especially for leaders and kids like you, is because you're always prepared. No matter what comes, you're always prepared, which means you're always going to be in a position to grip it. So with that, class of 2025, have a great day today. Have a fun summer. But remember, this is just a step in the journey. And make sure your journey is amazing. And you're going to be the world's best teacher leaders. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepu. At this time, I would like to ask the junior marshals to please lead the class of 2025 back onto the stage one more time. Thank you. Deepu, if you please come up as well. As you're all coming up, I like, who was it? Was it Benjamin did ChatGPT? Who did ChatGPT? Benjamin did, right? I'm sure all the kids are absolutely use AI. This is the future. Use AI. AI is your companion.
Okay, class of 2025, are you ready for us? Spread out a little bit more. So we can see everyone's face. Guilty. All right, let's ask. So the moment we've all been waiting for. Deep Utalo, as principal of RPS Academies, it is both my honor and privilege to stand before you today. I hereby certify that the seniors standing before us have successfully fulfilled all academic and graduation requirements as mandated by the state of Florida. By the authority vested in me and on behalf of the faculty and administration of RPS Academies, I proudly declare the class of 2025 to be the official graduates of RPS Academies. Graduates, please move your tassel from right to left to symbolize your accomplishments and your transition from student to graduate. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Congratulations to the class of 2025 guests. Please remain seated for the recessional as the graduates exit. Your graduates will meet you shortly for refreshments at the back of the theater. Please remain seated.
Our faculty and staff led the students in as we've been leading them all year. Now our students will lead us out as graduates.